Hello everyone, my name's Lols and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World, and today we are going to be reviewing and testing out the newest sword to come to Fortnite Save the World, and that is the Spectral Blade. Now, I've been using this sword since this morning, and I gotta say, this sword is really fun to use. Its right click ability is amazing. I have to say it's way better than the Guardian's Will right click ability where you leap into the air and do a ground smash. I mean, the ability is nice, but compared to the Spectral Blade's ability, right click ability where you warp, it's just so fun to use. But anyways, let's go into its stats and perks. Now the Spectral Blade. Now obviously I made it a 106 and it is a Shadow Shard. Now its DPS is about 27,902.0. Its damage is about 13,152.4. Crit hit chance is about 49.5. Its crit hit damage is about 162.5. Attack speed is about 0.47 seconds. Durability, obviously, it's 300 because it's a Shadow Shard. Impact is about 513.3. Now these are its default perks. My bad. Its crit, I have about 25% crit rating, 20% damage. Elemental damage is obviously energy, 113 crit damage, and 37.5 damage to slowed and snare targets, and obviously its 6th perk is about the same thing as this. Now I'm keeping my 5th perk the same with that with the same. I'm keeping my 5th perk the same way as it is with the 6th perk, but I might change damage. I'm mixed between on what I'm changing damage between, because I might either change it to crit damage or heavy attack efficiency, because its heavy attack is very useful if you want to get to targets really fast, and its swing when you're doing a heavy attack can hit multiple targets. So I'm in between on whether to make this plus 80% heavy attack, or get that 90% plus 90% crit hit damage. But let's see. But I'm Oh, if you're also wondering why these are purple instead of blue, because I'm just having so much fun with this sword. But let's see, crit plus 90, plus 90%, or plus 80, because if I do a 90, I'm going to get about nearly 200 and, hold on, wait, 200 and 240 to 240 crit hit damage. Now let's see, crit hit damage or the heavy attack efficiency, because its heavy attack, I mean, does a bit of a little damage, like let's say 25% to its health, but oh wait, no, maybe 15% of its health. But I would probably choose, yeah, I'm going to choose crit damage, but I'll see how this does so far. Now here's the thing I forgot to mention. You can only change this to physical. You can only change the weapon to either physical or water. You can't change it to energy or fire. I do not know why, but anyways, let's go test this weapon out. Now the loadout, but first we have to, hold on, let's just change that, because I always keep forgetting to change it to private. Now there we are. Now this is the same loadout I used for the Guardian's Will, but anyways, I'm going to be using Lynx Cassandra because don't have a Swordmaster Ken. I'm going to be using Harvester Sarah to get that increased crit rating by 18, and I'm going to be using Dire because for every 4th hit with a melee weapon, it restores 24 base health. Now the swing speed of the Spectral Blade is really fast. I mean, not that fast, but it is fast. But compared to the weapon that has the highest probably swing speed, might be the Stabsworth, and the weapon I currently have that has the most what do you call this, most swing speed currently I have is the Vendor Tech Slicer, which is which was the only melee weapon I've ever used. Now we're going to be testing this in a 94 zone. Let's go here. Okay, and now we'll jump in. I'll just cut it right here and we'll see how it goes. Now one reason, okay, see, this is the reason why I have Dire on it, because due to it having such a, hold on, let's take some fall damage to see, for 4. Yeah, this should be appropriate. There we go. Due to darn it, I'm still getting used to the name, but Spectral Blade having such a high, I wouldn't say high, but a good swing speed, it does well with that every 4th hit, so you would be gaining health almost every second when you're going up against husks, which would guarantee which would guarantee more survivability depending on what type of husks you're dealing with. Like, let's say if you're having bee husks around, you would be a bit of in trouble, since the bee husks would be shredding you while you're getting hit by husks at the same time. But let's not test this out here, because you know there's a freaking what do you call him, taker right there, and I do not want to get my shield wrecked. And I was gonna test it over here, but apparently there's another taker. But oh, I was gonna say let's go test it out on a smasher, and what do you know? There's a smasher right here. But oh yeah, I keep forgetting to show you guys the right click ability. But one thing I realized is the right click ability is basically Dragon Slash and what do you call this? Hold on, I keep forgetting ability names, but darn it, whatever. Dragon Slash and what's the ability called again for Outlanders? I'll just call it Dash. It's basically Dragon Slash and that Dash ability of the Outlanders with Kinetic Punch at the same time. So it's basically three abilities in one sword. Ready? Let's go. Ooh. Oof, oh dear, you nearly knocked me off. Oh, freaking hell, you knocked me off. Oh, I keep forgetting smashers can have knockback abilities when they're smashing on the ground. Boy, let's just cut the video right there to get back to that smasher. Alright, I'm back for revenge. That was not supposed to happen, okay? I would have been perfectly fine, but I forgot I was right next to a cliff when that happened, but whew. Alright, now luckily on the way here we attracted another smasher, and where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Now let's go use this ability again. Ooh dear. Now the heavy attack currently uses about 30% of your energy, which I gotta say isn't that bad. I mean, it is quite of an OP heavy attack ability since you're kind of teleporting in a way. But anyways, it's still a fun ability. Hey there, big guy. Ooh. Now let's. I really want to test. Test the heavy attack on a group, and yeah, what do you know? A mini encampment. Perfect. Now, one of the reasons why I barely use swords compared to back then was, if you're a sword or melee user, I suggest you. Well, I'm pretty sure I said this last time, but do not use swords or melee weapons when you have these kinds of modifiers. Acid pools, death burst, obviously everyone knows that. Maybe frenzied husks, since they do way more damage than regular husks, but now come on, let's grab your attention. Okay. Oop. See, this is one reason why the swords, melee weapons are bad when they're when you're up with bee husks, because there's a less chance of survivability. And well, ninjas are basically glass. I wouldn't say they're glass cannons because they do damage, but not that much compared to a soldier. Now let's test out the new Dragon Slash ability, but let's get our shield and health back up first. Alright, now let's test it out with the sword. Ooh, I'm so excited. Let's do this, let's do this. Oh, frickin' hell, mate. With the new ability, you can actually fight in there. It's basically another version of the smoke bomb, which just, well, which lasts longer, smoke bomb or Dragon Slash? Pretty sure they both last at the same time, but let's go look for more husks. Okay, we can test it out on this. There's obviously going to be a survivor right here, and yes, I was right. Come on, bring it on. Now when you're in this ooh, acid, wait, oh wait, those aren't acid pools. What's the modifier? Ooh. Yes, that's 75% damage is so useful here. Ooh. Oh dear, oh dear. Now one reason why I also find the heavy attack very useful is if you're doing mist monsters, and if you want to get those 50 mist monster kills, and if the mist monster is about to die, you can just teleport to them and get at least a hit on them. Fun fact that you don't really need to kill the mist monster. As long as you've dealt damage to it, it still counts as a kill. Just so you guys know, which is a fact that I just found out. But ooh, let's go test it out on these guys. Ooh, fire husks. They're gonna sting. And ooh, there. Okay, that's one flaw. Because if you warp into that kind of enemies, you have a chance of getting a bit cornered by those husky husks, which is something I really hate. You always get cornered by husky husks and then you instantly die. Well, I wouldn't say instantly, but as long as you have a hero that can get you out of there, then you're good. Such as, oh, now I remember the ability. If you have anything like such as the shockwave of urban assault or any other soldier, Dragon Slash, well, probably Dragon Slash, maybe smoke bomb, phase shift, and yeah, I think that it may be bull rush. I've never used constructors that much, but yeah. And mimic, haha. I think we just woke up the smasher. Ooh, no. Oh yeah, we woke him up. Frickin' hell. And we gotta see how much the heavy attack does to a smasher. Now come on, get out here. Hold on, let's do. There we go. Oh, where did I get? Oh shoot, I think I got from that. Alright, come on. Come on, don't be shy. Come on. Frickin' I think I have to destroy this so he can come out. Oh, he's in the bathroom. Sorry, if you're taking a bath, my bad, he's taking a bath. My bad, my dude. You just do your business. Yep. You done? Frickin' hell, might as well just break him out of there. Alright.
He's big, he's blue, and he's here to wreck our walls.
Come on, mate. Alright, there we go. You're done doing it. Oof.
Nope.
Now, I would increase the swing speed, but the crit damage is so far not... I mean, the crit damage isn't that bad, but... I mean, well, I wouldn't say bad, but it's doing a bit... It's doing good so far. I guess it's due to my perk still being
Might
rare.
as well
Ouch.
that guy.
Oof.
Maybe not.
Frickin' I really hate it when you have to use melee. I really hate it, the riot husks. They frickin' are annoying. But yeah, I think that will do it for now, and we'll go back and do the armory and give our final review on the sword. Now, the Spectral Blade by far has to be one of my, well, actually, really one of my favorite melee weapons so far. I don't know what I remember, I can't remember what I said about the Guardian's Will, but so far, Spectral Blade is an amazing weapon. Its crit damage, the double crit damage on this is amazing. I'm thinking about changing this to the 80% attack, heavy attack efficiency, because I also want to see how it performs, but I'll probably do that when I have enough reperk again. I mean, I have 8,000, but I want to mostly use it on stuff I actually need. I mean, not as in like, best whatever, if you know what I mean. But its double snare on this is really good. What else? Oh yes, heavy attack. The heavy attack by far has to be one of my favorite heavy attack abilities. Because if you want to instantly move on to an enemy once you kill the other one, uh, you can instantly use that. Because this is basically a dragon slash phase shift and kinetic punch into, they're basically shoved into one sword. And yeah, and while you're doing that, while your 30%, well, 30 energy is still recharging, you have the chance to deal damage while killing and damaging your enemies at the same time, while also gaining health. That depends if you know you have a skirmisher, if I remember correctly, on your third slot. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say for the the Spectral Blade. So far, it's an amazing sword. To me, it's a really good sword. But yeah, love the design. It's amazing, and yeah. I almost forgot before I was about to end. I still have to try out the Jabberwocky launcher. I totally forgot I had this. I still have to test this out because I haven't crafted a single one of these at all. But I've heard that it's a really good launcher. People have said it's better than the bowlers, and I'm really hoping that's true. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.